Hey, it's Tuesday tea time with Dorina, and I want to welcome all of our first time viewers, those that will be watching the replay, and uh, those that have been with us for a while. Welcome to Tuesday Tea Time, presented through Women of Wisdom. We are a nonprofit organization here to empower teen girls, and well, we're here to bridge the generational gap between the younger than the older generation and empower teen girls and women with practical wisdom and confidence. Okay, so I always share my tea with you, and today I am doing Bigelow Mint Medley. So this is, did I turn it upside down? That would be me. And I have my cup, my tea time cup. I hope that you have your cups with you as well, and that you fill your cup up tonight with lots of wisdom. All right. All right. Tea time. Mm. This is starting to get to that weather where, you can heat your tea up, so I like my tea hot, really. But yeah. So I do have hot tea, and I do have a little uh, honey in my tea. My son has a bee farm, or whatever you call it, bee business. So I get some of my honey from him as well. So Blacksmith Honey, shout out. All right, so let's get to our topic tonight. We've been talking about the process of transformation, and the last time that I spoke with you, we talked about the first thing that happens through this caterpillar to butterfly transformation. And I was telling you how the first thing, how it happened to me, or how it happened for me, was my thinking. And so the last time I talked to you, I really felt that I just needed to kind of open up a little bit more and kind of share with you a little bit more about some of the things that I have dealt with in life. And so I come from a traumatic lifestyle. And listen, now I'm not telling you this to spread my business, okay? I'm telling you this so that it'll help you, and for you to know that regardless to whatever you go through in life, you can make a difference, and life will change for you when you desire change and you make those necessary steps to do so. Okay, so I've experienced feeling abandonment, because most of you know that my mom passed away when I was 11 months. So repeatedly sexually abused and molestation. I've been through that. I've been through mocking, fear issues, nightmares, sexual harassment. Listen, when I was in grade school, come on now. So, if I can do what I'm doing, you can get through whatever you are going through or have been through. Okay. So some of you have been through worse situations than me, and some of you may have not been, your life may not have been uh, as dramatic, okay? But regardless to wherever you are in your transformation, honey, you can do great things, and you can come out and you can turn that thing around, because you have the ability to do so, and it's all in your choices, decisions, and learning and gaining wisdom out of the things that have happened to you in the past. All right. Because wisdom is the ability to use knowledge correctly. All right. So the major, uh, my major problem, this was my major problem, if not all of them, stem from the negative core belief. You want something messed up? Give it to me. That was my core belief. In my mind, I was messed up. And I thought I had the messed up touch. Okay. You know, like the Midas touch, I had the messed up touch. You just give it to me and I'll mess it up. And that was my core belief. And I lived out of that. And because I lived out of that type of uh, belief, or you could say distorted cognitive distortion, it affected my decisions, it affected my attitude, my judgment, my uh, learning how to problem solve, and my character, all distorted by that rotten thought that you want something messed up, you just give it to me. I'll mess it up. Okay. Plus, you know, going through all the stuff that I went through, I had a chip on my shoulder and everything. And, you know, what distorted or negative beliefs. No, this is my question for you. What distorted or negative belief do you have about yourself? And whatever it is, just like I changed, I went through my butterfly transformation, you can go through yours. Okay. So, you know, we all talk to ourselves when we're alone. So I don't know why people be talking about, yeah, you know, something wrong with you. You be talking to yourself. We all do that. If we don't do it out loud, we do it in our heads. So my conversation with myself was mostly destructive. And we are all products of our environment. Okay. So the first thing to do is self-examination. And that's, you know, going through changing my thoughts and things like that. Oh yeah. So cognitive distortions are beliefs that reinforce something that is untrue. And I have a list here. I want to read this, and this is not an exhaustive list, but these are cognitive distortions. So, emotional reasoning, uh, discounting the positive. That was me. Jumping to conclusions, blaming, and always being right. These are some of the things. Now, all of these doesn't apply to me, but I just wanted to share with you some of the things that are cognitive distortions, and maybe somewhere you saw yourself in that list. But these things can be resolved, okay? Because all you got to do is change your thinking. And, you know, it's a pattern that you have uh, that was really implanted in your life, and it can be uprooted. All right. So, really, when you think about cognitive distortions and the fact that it reinforces things that are untrue, that means that you need to just find out what the truth is. All right. And that's what happened to me. I had to change my thinking, and I had to realize I had to unlearn who I thought I was. And that's what you want to do. So Cognitive thinking involves gaining knowledge, um, and comprehension, judging, and problem solving. So my cognitive thinking was distorted. Okay. And so the first encounter as my old thinking liquefied from the caterpillar thinking, I learned more about who I am. And let me tell you that, you know, you need to discover who you are so you can be your authentic self. And I've shared this before because you can go on Women of Wisdom website. We have a free character survey that you can take that will help you discover the positive things about yourself. Okay, so here's a nugget for you. Negative thinking increases cortisol. Have you heard about cortisol? Cortisol is that hormone that causes us to gain weight. And how that happens is it causes, what is it? The stimulating glucose production, which excess glucose is typically converted into fat. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you. So the truth that I found out was I wasn't messed up. I got messed up. Okay. So you have to accept that there is a difference. Okay, people may have, not done you right in life, and maybe you went through some of the same things that I went through, but you got messed up. That don't mean that you are messed up. So you can find out who you are and be the best authentic you. And oh my goodness, boom, the world will enjoy the positivity and the whatever you have to offer, because you was meant to share it with everybody anyway, and we need more positivity in this world. Now, did you also know that serotonin is a hormone that increases with happiness and having an optimistic view in life? So I've said this before, but the way we think affects our body, it affects our brains. And serotonin is what calms the body, and it also helps you to sleep. So when your thinking is right and you have a positive outlook on life, the level of serotonin will balance out your moods and things like that. So wow, okay. That's some really good stuff. But low levels of serotonin are associated with depression. So there you go. So wherever you are in your transformation, I'm sharing this with you. Don't give up. Okay? You will gain the confidence and learn to operate in wisdom. And you are the only person who can better your future. Okay. So I'll share with you, instead of uh, I changed my core belief. And so now I say, somebody is going to listen to me and their lives are going to turn out right. Now, I believe that. And you know what? Because my life has turned around and I walk in confidence and I walk in wisdom. That doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes. That doesn't mean that you always get it right, because that's not what that means. Because some people, have distorted the meaning of that, So, like I said, repeat it again. Wisdom is the ability to use knowledge correctly. And the more knowledge that you have about yourself, the more your confidence will build itself through that knowledge. All right. Okay. So thank you for joining me tonight with Tuesday Tea Time. Before we go, I definitely want to share this with you. Sometimes things come undone so other things can come together. So don't beat yourself up because of some of the things that you've been through in life. And so you've got to win in your mind before you win in your life. That's John Addison. I want to share that with you real quick. And this one, you cannot have a positive life and a negative mind. They do not work together. They are contrary. And so these three things are the last things I want to share with you. Self-examination, I mentioned that is the first step to reversing our negative thought patterns. Number two, keep the mindset that these two shall come to pass. And number three, remember, pain goes in, healing pain comes out. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for joining Tuesday Tea Time with me tonight. And as I always tell you, Dorena loves you, and walk in wisdom, my friend. All right. Good night.